When you're in an unhealthy relationship, things can accelerate fast. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 red flags to watch for in your relationship. And towards the end of the video, we're going to go over 6 different ways that you can calmly address these concerns with your partner, your friends, or your family. Red flag number 1, excessive jealousy. Whether it's your partner, your family, your friend, or a business partner, when you reach a milestone in your life and they can't celebrate with you, they don't have any congratulatory remarks to say to you, they're a Debbie Downer, they're not really into it, and they're supposed to be someone that's close to you, that's a sign of jealousy. When they're trying to copy you, one-up you, without giving you your credit, that's a sign of jealousy. Red flag number 2, controlling behavior. When someone's trying to dictate where you go, who you see, what you do, that's controlling. That's a sign of controlling behavior. When you can't do the things that you want to do, when you can't go the places that you want to go, someone's always getting upset when you decide to do this thing or that thing, and you're not doing it the way that they want you to do it. You're not saying the things that they want you to say. They're not hearing the things from you that they want to hear. That's controlling behavior. Red flag number 3, isolating you from your family and friends. When someone isolates you from your family and friends, it's more of an emotional thing, and it's very subtle. Like, say for instance, your family's having a function and you're happy to go, and you notice a slight change in their attitude. They're upset, they're down, they don't want you to go, or they'll even express that they don't want you to go. You know your family doesn't like me. I'm going to be uncomfortable there, but I don't want you to go without me. That's isolating you from your family. When you want to hang out with your friends, or when you haven't talked to your friends on the phone in a while, and every time your friends come up, they always have a problem, or may not always have a problem, saying that person or this person doesn't like me, so you know I can't be around, so therefore you can't go because I can't go. That's isolating you from your friends. When they're always upset when you want to go hang out with your friends and your family, and you notice mood changes in them in a negative way, that's isolating you. It's an undercurrent, but they're isolating you from your family and your friends. They're giving you the hint that every time you go hang out with your family or your friends, it makes them unhappy. Therefore, there's going to be problems. There's going to be lashing out. There might be arguing. You're going to see clear signs of an emotional or a mood change within that person. Red flag number 4, lack of respect for your boundaries. We all have boundaries. We all have things that we're comfortable with, things that we aren't comfortable with. And when someone tries to cross that line, cross your distinct boundaries, that's disrespectful. That's disrespecting your boundaries. When you're having to say to someone, well, you know I don't like that. Well, you know this makes me uncomfortable, and they're trying to push you and they're stretching that boundary line. Red flag number 5, gaslighting. Gaslighting is when you know something as a fact, or when you know something to be true, another person makes you feel strange or crazy or overreacting for the thing that you know when they're confronted with it. Your family, your friend, or your partner may try to gaslight you when there's dishonesty involved, when you confront them with lies and they're saying things like, you're crazy, you don't know what you're talking about, you're overreacting, chill out. That's gaslighting. Don't let people gaslight you. Did you know emotional abuse is a common element in toxic relationships, affecting over 43% of women and 36% of men during their lifetime? Also, toxic relationships are not limited to intimate partnerships. At least 3/4 of Americans experience toxic bosses. When you're noticing red flags in your relationship, the most important thing to do is to openly express your concerns. Give them a chance to explain another perspective. Address it directly. When you're establishing behaviors that are uncomfortable or unacceptable to you, it's important to set clear boundaries on what's okay and what's not okay for you. Now we're going to go over 6 different ways you can calmly express and communicate your concerns with your family, friends, or partner, and they can begin to understand where you're coming from. They can see clearly how you feel, and you can also hear what they have to say on the matter and gain a new perspective if necessary. 1. Address your concerns directly. If you feel safe, initiate a conversation with your partner about the red flags, the behaviors that you're uncomfortable with. 2. Set clear boundaries. Establish what behaviors are unacceptable to you. Clearly communicate your concerns and your expectations. 3. Speak to a professional like myself. If the issue is out of hand and you don't feel safe, or you don't feel like you can express how you feel or address your concerns, you can speak to someone like myself. Or if the situation is even more in an advanced state, then there are different numbers and hotlines that you can call. I'm going to give you a reference as a hotline towards the end of this video. 4. Reflect on your own needs. Evaluate whether this red flag or this behavior is something that you can tolerate, or is it undermining your well-being. 5. Prioritize your safety. If you're feeling unsafe, or if these red flags are involving violence in any way, prioritize your safety. Your safety and your well-being is the most important thing. Number 6, assess the situation. Consider the severity of the red flag or the behavior and see if it's a pattern that's going on or if it's an isolated situation. It's really important to be honest with yourself. Don't ignore the red flags. Don't minimize the importance. Know when to leave. If a red flag is a deal breaker, or your partner is unwilling to work on or address the concern, know when to leave. That's super important. Here are some important takeaways from this video to remember. Early intervention is key. Maintaining healthy communication is super important. Be willing to listen. Trust your gut, and if something feels wrong, it probably is. Here's a quick reference. If you need help or you need to strategize a safety plan, don't hesitate to call 1-800-799-SAFE. Hey guys, if you found value in my content, subscribe and hit that like button. Thank you.